I use a lot of colognes and scents for the characters I play, but this one, Atlantic, is definitely staying mine.
I've had a few people come up to me and ask me, what is that fragrance and where do I get it?
The sense of release this summer, you know, when we finally get to go out and play, I think this will work really well and be a lovely sort of olfactory kind of soundtrack to it. It'll be good.
Feels light on its feet, and it makes me feel light.
What I like about Atlantic is that there is a certain amount of it that is kind of unexpected.
I loved the initial kind of neroli lemon punch.
There is a sort of slight freshness which is implied by the green.
The tonka bean and the vanilla and the musk all work together to give it a kind of sort of a delicious depth.
It's quite light, but it's also got a nice deep bass tone to it.
I think this is one of those fragrances that you would definitely want to nuzzle into.
It has a richness to it that is kind of offset by the citrus that's there.
So, and I feel it's got the right balance. There's a harmony between the light and the heavy.
It's sort of got that light, summery vibe to it, but also got enough weight to last you through the day.
It's a kind of warm citrus.
What I really liked about the fragrance was more down the line, the depth that came from the nutmeg and the patchouli. That was a bit more surprising to me. I think it went off in a direction that I didn't necessarily expect.
So it was really nice to have that sense of developing fragrance over time. This is a really nice fragrance for day transitioning into evening.
But rarely do you get a neroli that is neroli and woody notes that kind of form more of a creamy citrus.
Sun-warmed skin and holidays and adventures and explorations.
Nice, relaxing, leathery upholstery in a nice sports car sort of way.
So the thing that's refreshing about Atlantic is that it's effectively like a creamy summer scent. And one that can, I would say, transition to winter quite easily.
But I think it's a really deep, complicated fragrance, just kind of like the sea that you're talking about, the Atlantic Sea.
Yeah, I think it's got a kind of lightness that is wonderful.
Oh, genuinely, I think it's a really beautiful fragrance.
I wish that I had more of it. That's basically what I'm saying.
I would also wear this. I know it says for men, but it's 2021. We can do what we like. So I'm going to be wearing it. Sorry.